This style of drilling is going to give you the best advantage to improve your level of jiu-jitsu as fast as possible to perform at a level with whatever technique you're focused on in drilling at the highest level. In order to ensure that you guys get the most out of these sessions, it's really important that you guys have your phones, set up a tripod, and film. If you don't have a tripod, just get a water bottle and set it up against it to be able to rewatch and go back through not just your sparring, but also some of your situational drilling that we're going to be talking about through here. So right now, we have the luxury of being in a group of three. I have two of my blue belt athletes, one on bottom, Ethan, which is a pan champion, and then Addison on top, which is currently ranked number 11th as a middleweight. Both incredibly talented athletes, but I want to give you guys a bit of a peek in to our team with some of the things that we've done to help their level improve as fast as possible. The biggest thing you guys are going to notice with these little bit of situational sparring rounds is that the person on top currently is instructed to give very specific kind of resistance and then very general types of resistance. So like most of the time when you would see people drilling or people think of drilling, they think of no resistance. They're allowing their opponent to do the technique. So the real secret, the first secret that you guys are going to run into to help your level improve as fast as possible to get similar results as some of our athletes that we've had at our team that have jumped up so incredibly fast in a short period of time is making time to drill with your partner and situationally spar and being willing to make mistakes and resetting your position often. So a good example is right here of a round with Ethan and Addison. You guys will notice that Ethan is attacking the leg, trying to off balance, and at different points of times, he's stopping and pausing, either A, listening to my feedback I'm giving him, or listening to the feedback that Addison's giving him. Because ultimately, Addison is going to have the best feel for the position to give Ethan some of the best feedback he can have. So a good example of what we're going to have through some of these videos is Ethan and Addison going back and forth, working their offense. So a good encouragement of what I'm going to give you guys to improve your level of jiu-jitsu faster, especially at techniques that you're not confident hitting in sparring just yet, is always start some of these rounds doing some of your best attacks first. And then after each successful attack, continue to build upon your attacks like you would have a plan A, your plan B, your plan C. So earlier on, what you would have seen if we would have showed you the whole drilling session of Ethan and Addison is that Addison worked a lot of his basic lasso sweeps, a lot of from the lasso de la Hiva, a lot of Marigali sweeps, couple balloon sweeps, some simple off balances that he always does and can do basically blindfolded. Now we're in that position to where we start adding in a couple things that maybe he's not as confident yet. So what do we do with this information? Well, recording your rounds is going to easily 10x your guys' results. And I say 10x because you're going to see things and know things because film does not lie. Our feelings, though, in rounds can. Like right here, watching Addison just overly sprawl into my grip right here from a position that we like to call false sweep lapel guard. This is a legal, IBGF legal position to play. We can explain it at another time. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below about this position. But I've struggled historically in this position with people sprawling super heavy into my arm, and it makes it so uncomfortable that it's hard to off balance my partner. But because we filmed our rounds and I was able to send it off to Kyle, I got some actual very specific feedback that if I grab deeper and tighter into the lapel, that if I use my left knee, which is the part I improvised on my own, and I put tension, flaring it into his ribs, when Addison decides to sprawl, it feels impossible for him on top, and it kills all the pressure he's putting onto me. So if you see every time he tries to sprawl into me, I just use my knee flaring out while I have that deep grip. Then I get off angle and I practice my off balance. Little side note here, as long as if my leg is in front of his bottom leg there, I can touch that leg. There is no reap and it is a 100% legal position. So you'll notice I keep resetting this position over and over again, asking him, hey, try to sprawl again this time. And like this time, I wouldn't flare my knee to see what would it feel like. This time I did flare my knee, but I did it without the tight grip. But what you'll see here is I keep having the tight grip and I keep flaring my knee into my partner. So there's different kind of ways they can sprawl. right now we found as a deeper grip, it was impossible for Addison to get his knee behind my bottom leg, which was great. But if you could still sprawl with his knee above, it still stinks. So you see us talking, conversing back and forth. I'm actually asking him, hey, when I do this, can you still sprawl? When I do this, can you still sprawl? And here are more fun examples of me playing through this false reap lapel position and getting generalized and specific feedback from Addison. Now, as you see here, I'm actually attempting a back take from the false reap lapel position. But one issue that I'm running into, and the only way we were able to remedy this, is because I have a phone filming on a tripod, and we were able to actually diagnose why my actual left ankle was getting stuck and caught behind and made the back take feel almost impossible. So because we actually filmed this drilling session, we were able to see and diagnose why I was getting stuck and having trouble actually finishing the back take from this position, and it was something I was doing. So once we found the answer, we actually get back in the same position and go again. And as you can see, my foot slips out and we get a successful back take from the false reap lapel. And we end up pressure testing this over and over again, setting up the false reap lapel position, making sure that I'm getting the same kind of resistance. At times I would ask Addison, try to sprawl, try to flatten back into me each time. But as you can see, we're dialoguing through here because I pulled my left foot out a little bit, heel to the hip, giving me that room I need to have my leg escape and take the back. If I allowed my leg to stay in there, and if we did not have these rounds being filmed, I still today would not have an answer about why this is not working. Because remember, we were having a trouble with our partner sprawling into us from the false reap lapel position. But because we fixed it by reaching deeper and having a tighter lapel grip and flaring my left knee to my partner's chest, it solved the sprawling problem, but it created a new problem to where my left foot was getting stuck in the lapel. But once we were able to pull that left foot to where my heel was on top of the quad, every time we went for this back take, my foot was able to cleanly escape and get an opportunity on looking in the back. So one of the best inventions, especially for jiu-jitsu, to help you get better is recording your drilling and sparring rounds. The last secret I'm going to give you guys today is dialogue. Your teammates are going to be one of your best coaches and people that are going to help you guys be able to get better. So you'll see one of these pressure testing moments, I let go of the lapel a little sooner than what we were before, and I end up losing the position, but we end up recovering. For more incredible black belt secrets like this, make sure you guys check out this video right here where I'm going to help you never get your guard pass again. Almost never.